Dr. Magaya Timothy nga nze President wa Federation for Uganda Medical Interns. Njagala okusindika obubaka buno eri bannange ba intern doctors, ba intern pharmacists, ba intern nurses and midwives and intern surgeons. Lwa nsonga nti saawa zino tulina obulwadde obuzze mu Uganda bwe bayita Ebola, ng'ate ffe abasawo abasookerwako okulabirira abalwadde bano. So mbakubiriza nti tubeere beegendereza. Bwe tuba tukwatagana tulabirira abalwadde bano, tubeere nga tulina ebintu ebitutaasa naffe okufuna obulwadde obwo, nga okwambala masks, okwambala gloves, era bwe kiba kisoboka aweetaagisibwa era tubeere ne ze tuyita aprons. Kubanga obulwadde buno bwe tuba nga tetusobodde kuobuzaavinga ezo ze tuyita SOPs, naffe tujja kumaliriza ng'obulwadde buno butukutte. Njagala okutwala omukisa guno okubategeeza nti ekibiina kya Federation for Uganda Medical Interns kiyimirira wamu n'ekibiina ekya Uganda Medical Association mu kiseera kino nga tusaba gavumenti ekkirize omusawo Dr. KIZZA Besigye abeere nga aweebwa obujjanjabi obutuufu era bamukkirize asobole okugenda mu ddwaliro eryo ly'alaba nga lyakkiririzaamu ku lulwe, asobole okuba ng'akeberebwa tutegeere obulamu bwe bwe buyimiridde. Mu kiseera kye kimu njagala okwebaza ekitongole ky'ebyobulamu okusigala nga kikyakwasaganya ebintu bya medical internship program, yadde ng'akaseera ke tulimu ssaawa zino si kalungi olw'embeera ez'enjawulo, naye ekitongole ky'ebyobulamu kisigadde nga kikyakwasaganya puroguramu eno, ng'era egenda mu maaso, ng'era n'ensasula eyo entonotono gye beeyama okusasula esasulibwa mu kiseera, era nga twongera okusaba nti puroguramu eno egende mu maaso nga bakyagitambuza nga bw'eri n'eyanzanyo.
Era nga neegasseeko ku basawo bannange abalala okugezaako okudimandinga oba okusaba okulaba nti Dr. KIZZA Besigye munnaffe, musawo munnaffe akkirizibwa okugenda okunoonya obujjanjabi oba omutindo oba gwagwana ofuna. Nga bakulu bannange bwe bagambye nti ffe tukkiriza nti Mulago Hospital yesinga obuweereza obulungi mu byobulamu. Tumulabye engeri gy'abadde ajjamu, ejjo twamulabye engeri gye yazzeemu mu kkooti nga talabika bulungi. Ffenna tusobola omulaba nti tali bulungi, naye tetufunye na medical reports ziraga nti munnaffe ono Dr. KIZZA Besigye bali mu mukolako. Tetumanyi biki bye byalwadde, tetumanyi bali mu buweereza ki. Naye neegatta ku bannange okusaba okulaba nti Dr. KIZZA Besigye bamuleeta e Mulago aweerebwe obujjanjabi obulungi. Tusaagala twerabire nti ekiseera ekiweddeko oba n'essaawa zino tuli mu by-election ya Kawempe kubanga twafiirwako Honorable Segirinya Muhammad. Honorable Segirinya okutuuka okufa yatuuka mu kkooti n'abasaba n'abagamba bannange siri bulungi muzikirize ngende nfune obujjanjabi. Kkooti n'egaana obumu ssaawa zino mufu. Tetwagala kubeera mu mbeera ng'eyo, tetwagala kujja wano ate nga tukaaba tugamba the late Dr. KIZZA Besigye. Tulabyeko ekituuka ku bantu be baba bamye okuwa obujjanjabi, tetwagala kituuke ku munnaffe Dr. KIZZA Besigye. N'ennyongerako n'eddoboozi lyange ku bantu bano abaviiriddwako emirimu gyabwe kubanga babadde ku program wa USAID. Twalaba nga PS Dr. Diana Atwine abasaba nti baveeyo baweeyo obuweereza bw'obwereere. Neffe kye tutakkiriziganya nakyo kubanga tewali muntu asobola kukolera bwerere. Ate mu ngeri gye tukoleramu bano basawo bakola ku balwadde abalina siriimu, abalina TB, essaawa yonna ayinza okufuna obuzibu oba abeera exposed eri ebintu ebingi. So tusaba Ministry of Health esabe supplementary budget tulabe nga tusobola okubeerawo mu kana akaseera akazibu. Neyanzizanyo.
My name is Dr. Ekwaro Obuku. I'm a Ugandan medical doctor, and I'm also an associate member of the World Medical Association. I'm sitting here in my capacity as the chief petitioner who is petitioning His Excellency the President for Dr. KIZZA Besigye's medical release. And this is why we are here. We are representing over 1,500 nurses, medical doctors, dentists, students, okay, and allied health clinical officers. I'm going to allow my colleagues here to introduce themselves one by one so that we move well.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Dr. Anyama Fedbelaina. I'm an associate member of the UMA and also a member of World Liberty Congress. We are here in this very cause. We are demanding for the release of Dr. KIZZA Besigye. Thank you.
Okay, morning. My name is Dr. Sechanzi Henry. I'm a medical doctor and I'm a concerned citizen.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Simi Ignatius. I'm a medical doctor and I fully subscribe to Uganda Medical Association, and I'm here for the cause.
So we have visited Dr. KIZZA Besigye 3 times in Luzira Maximum over the past 3 months, and the last time we visited him was last week. When we visited him last week, we were unable to see him physically, but we got reports from his contemporary that he is not well. And therefore, we were preparing to this petition that he is released. I will go ahead with this petition. Kampala, 15 February 2025. This petition goes to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, under whose jurisdiction is the General Court Martial, the Right Honorable Speaker, Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, and the Chief Justice of the same. We are also raising attention to the Commissioner General of Uganda Prison Service. Whereas this is a humble petition by all medical professionals, not only doctors, by the way, of Uganda, who have signed over 1,500 in less than 12 hours, for the medical release of our senior colleague, Dr. KIZZA Besigye, whose health has deteriorated in Luzira Maximum Prison, Kampala, Uganda, whereas the medical fraternity provides free health care for all Ugandans and also non-Ugandans and contributes to the National Development Plan 4. Whereas the medical professionals take cognizance of the recent ruling of the Supreme Court of Uganda quashing the judicial actions of the General Court Martial of the UPDF and in effect against the continued detention of our senior colleague Dr. KIZZA Besigye in Luzira Maximum Prison, whereas in 2013 at the 64th General Assembly of the World Medical Association, of which we are members, in Brazil, chaired by our very own President Dr. Margaret Mungerera, who passed away, the former president of the Uganda Medical Association, was chairing the World Medical Association as president, reaffirmed his total condemnation of all forms of torture as defined by the United Nations Convention Against Torture of 1984. We, the medical professionals of Uganda, do petition as follows. A call for action by all medical professionals, interns and students in line with the Hippocratic Oath that we swear, or the Nightingale Oath by nurses and other related ones, that we cannot and should not continue to keep quiet and watch the suffering of our senior colleague, Dr. KIZZA Besigye, as his health is deteriorating. 2, the immediate release of our senior colleague, Dr. KIZZA Besigye, whose health has deteriorated in Luzira Maximum Prison. We categorically state that 3, the current state of health of our senior colleague, Dr. KIZZA Besigye, cannot be handled while he is still detained in the conditions of Luzira, because the level of medical care is health center level 4. There are some drugs they do not have. They do not have specialists. Dr. KIZZA Besigye is an elder of above 65 years, And as you saw him, you people brought the report, the press, thank you very much. He did not look good even to the naked eye of the ordinary person. Now the specialists here and other doctors have detected, and this one the court martial does not know it, neither the president, but we are taught for at least 13 years to become a specialist. That is like me, okay? And we can tell, not using witchcraft, but with the technicality, that Dr. KIZZA Besigye is not okay. And when we tell you is not okay, Mr. President, please listen and take action to avoid the worst. We urge that there is immediate access to the highest level of medical care for our senior colleague, Dr. KIZZA Besigye, by medical specialists of his choice, as enshrined in the best practices of medical care for prisoners. And lastly, we urge that the government of Uganda abides by relevant Ugandan laws, including the recent one, the ruling by the judges, and international conventions against such continued detention of sick prisoners that amount to torture, psychological or otherwise, including the World Medical Declaration, the World Medical Association Declaration of Edinburgh of 2000 on prison conditions and the spread of communicable diseases, as revised in the 73rd General Assembly in Berlin, Germany in 2022. B, the Nelson Mandela Rules, revised in 2015, also known as the United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for Treatment of Prisoners, written in 1955. But as you know, Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years, and his experience influenced this change. That's why they nicknamed them the Nelson Mandela Rules. The Declaration of Tokyo, Japan, by the World Medical Association, laying down guidelines for physicians concerning torture and other cruel or inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment in relation to detention and imprisonment, such as prolonging detention of someone who is obviously sick and cannot receive that care in Luzira Maximum Prison. Some services are very good in Luzira Maximum Prison. I used to give technical support on some specialized care, but some services and equipment are not there. The World Medical Association Declaration of Hamburg, Germany, concerning the support for medical doctors refusing to participate in or to condone the use of torture or other forms of cruel treatment or inhuman or degrading treatment of 1997. Like a number of us in the profession have refused to participate in that kind of torture. And lastly, the World Medical Association resolution of the responsibility of physician in documentation and denunciation. So here we are actually following one of our resolutions to document and denounce acts of torture or cruelty or inhuman or degrading treatment of 2003, as we are members of the World Medical Association, associate members. Signed myself as the chief petitioner and as an associate member of the World Medical Association. I'm going to invite Dr. Sechanzi here to translate in Luganda, because he speaks Luganda, and then the others can give comments.